So, we both recently started new jobs.
Yes.
And personally, there was an issue that came up. It wasn't really an issue, but at my last job, just before I was fired, viciously.
I don't think it was vicious.
It was vicious. It wasn't a result. This wasn't the reason, but basically, I was one of two black people, but I was the only black guy in the office. It was me and another girl. Mm-hmm. And there was another black guy that was hired. And it was a big deal. I came into our daily meetings, daily catch up kind of thing. And I don't know what happened. I'm the office manager, so I do a lot of greetings, that kind of thing. But I walked to him, to greet him. And it immediately turned into like a black man dab thing. And I didn't mean for that to happen. It just kind of happened. And he just went with it, Mm-hmm. But it was so natural that it kind of surprised me, and I could tell he was a little surprised because we were in a whole room full of white people, So it was strange, and usually that's not the move, But I was immediately worried because I'm like, what if this is one of those black people that specifically gets angry at other black people for drawing attention to their blackness, Which I've been before, I've grown out of that mentality. But I understand that feeling of being like, don't call me what I am sort of thing, to the point where some people take it so far as to feel threatened personally by every black professional that they come in contact with. The two black guys at Fox News probably aren't friends for that exact reason, because everybody's making jokes about them being friends. So they hate each other because they don't want to be,
I've never felt that.
Good.
Like, if I spot another black person on my job, I'm like, thank God, we can talk.
Yeah, I'm mostly like that as well, but it was scary for me because I wasn't sure how they were gonna feel. Is this gonna be an issue? And I've been in places where suddenly I'm getting, negative stares from the black person, and it's like, me and you are the only ones here, and I just started, so why are you looking at me like that? That kind of thing of just, I already hate you, and it's like, why do you already hate me? Because we're both black, That happens from time to time. What do you think about, I don't know, I guess I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and she was like, you should never do that. And I was like, I know, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. No, she was saying the way that I greeted him, that I should never do that. And I was like, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to draw attention to him. But she was kind of on the point where it is like, you're in an all-white space, and so you shouldn't be trying to black it up, and it was like, that's not what I was attempting to do. Like, that wasn't the point. But at the same time, if that's just how you naturally are, then shouldn't we be allowed to just do what feels natural to us, in that sense of, like, I get that black people don't want to be stereotyped, but white people that grow up around black people walk up on you and do that. Not to even black people, they do it to other white people because that's what feels natural to them.
Right.
Yes, there's appropriation, and yes, there's this, that, and the other, but just white people who grow up in any way, shape, or form, they just are who they are, I've never seen a black guy go, high five! We don't do that, but white people do it, and they do it proudly, and they're happy and excited, and they wouldn't, if anybody said there was something wrong with that, they would be baffled because they live through their lives being who they are, and they greet you how they feel they should greet you, and there's no issue there. If you take personal offense, good ones will, will be decent humans and be like, oh, I'm sorry, whatever, but a handshake, a hug, whatever, you just do what you do, but black people, it seems like, and I don't know, I'm not sure about other people of color, but I would imagine that we're in the same ballpark, I imagine if you're one of a few, you're probably not running up on the other Asian guy or the other Latina or the other whatever, making it a spectacle that you guys both understand this handshake that white people don't use. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think in a workplace environment, honestly, this is the first time I'm ever really thinking about it. When I'm in the workplace, I typically like my demeanor as far as like socializing with my coworkers is to blend in. And this only really goes for if I'm in an office space or like a studio space. Like when I'm working retail, I'm myself all day long. It's just, it is what it is. We're all talking trash about everything going on in there, and everything is really lax. But if I'm in a office, studio, someplace that's like there's a lot of money being pumped into this, I tend to pick up on the demeanor of my coworkers and just like blend in with that.
Kind of match it.
And it's because like in this space, I think it's not necessarily just for being Black, but like also just a place of like you're trying to succeed in a space where everybody's trying to succeed, and you have multiple people kind of gunning for the same positions or the same raise or whatever's going on, and you don't want to stand out as being too different. You want to stand out as being like elite in your work. You want your work to speak for itself and not really like your personality to overpower that. Because if it's like yeah, she does great work, but we've heard her speak kind of candidly with others, so we're not sure if we can send her into this space to get this job done. Whereas if all they see is you constantly in professional, like straight, stoic kind of mode, then it's like we know we can trust her to just go and do the job, and we don't have